The year was 2016. An anonymous 4Chan user would make a post to the notorious website's music board. The post includes details of a mysterious album alongside an image of the album's CD cover. The user reported that he found the CD in an Oxfam charity shop. He also detailed the supposed lack of information regarding the artist or album. Oftentimes, obscure music of this nature has some online trace, an old MySpace or Bandcamp for example, but the album titled Deathmetal by Panchiko appeared to have zero online trace. This, alongside the fact that nobody recognised the album cover, obviously piqued the interest of the messaging board, and they asked OP to upload the album online. OP obviously obliged and uploaded the music. The CD itself suffered from disc rot, which is essentially the deterioration of the physical CD through oxidation, which can affect audio quality and occasionally make the disc unreadable. Luckily, only the former occurred on this CD, and although bad quality, the music was still listenable. Many users dismissed the audio quality issue as a recording issue. However, despite the audio issues, the quality of the music itself managed to continue to attract users to this mystery. Despite what the title may suggest, the album is far from the genre death metal. Many of the songs could be considered ethereal and dreamy, combining Sega Saturn samples with soft vocals and interesting melodies. The entire album remains unique, interesting and refreshing, although not much of this could be heard through the wall of disc rot caused fuzz. You can still actually listen to the disc rot versions on Spotify, but we'll get back to that whole thing later. Now let's get back to the actual mystery. Instinctively, the forum began to look for clues. There was a brief theory that the band was Japanese, specifically through the band name Panchiko, the album cover and the song Laputa, which looked to be references to the Japanese game Pachinko, the manga Mitakaraba, and the Studio Ghibli film Castle in the Sky respectively. This was quickly debunked. The forum came to the conclusion that the band was British, as the album was found in a British shop, Oxfam, and due to the lyrics all being in English. The album's genre, which is considered shoegaze, is also a primarily British genre, especially around the time of the supposed recording, which is 2000. 4chan decided to turn to the back of the CD for more clues. The back includes each of the band members' first names, which many saw as not that useful for the most part, so this prompted members to continue their search through the use of the barcode stickers placed on the CD. Oxfam is obviously a charity shop, meaning all items sold are donated by members of the public, so this immediately prompted users to assume that this was some sort of guerrilla marketing campaign designed to bring more eyes to what would just be another standard indie album release. This would obviously explain the lack of information online regarding the album, so this turned a lot of people away from the search. However, people were still interested, and after YouTuber Sticky shared the original rip to his 10,000 followers, a Discord was created with one goal in mind: getting to the bottom of Panchiko. Through the item number on the barcode sticker, members of the Discord were able to find out the specific Oxfam store the mysterious project came from. They came to the conclusion that it was a store in Sherwood, Nottingham. This narrowed down the search tremendously. Members immediately scoured the back of the CD for more clues. Out of all the band members' names, the most unique by far was Owain. Naturally, Discord users began trying to contact every Owain in Nottingham. They managed to find an Owain listed on an old music board and simply asked them, "Are you the singer from Panchiko?" Miraculously, Owain responded, promptly getting into contact with other band members, Andy and Sean. They would join the Panchiko Discord together to shed some light on the project and its history. Unaware of the interest their project had garnered, the band members revealed details of the album's recording process, and when prompted to release the original masters, Owain revealed that he was almost certain they were lost forever, although continued to look. Eventually, Owain was able to find the original masters, and finally, on February 16th, 2020, 4 years after the original post, the full CD-ROT-free version of the project was released. The re-release included 3 tracks from the unreleased EP Kicking Cars, alongside the original disc rot versions of the tracks, which some, including Owain and Andy, actually prefer. And just like that, the mystery was solved. But how did this actually happen? Who are Panchiko? And what is the actual backstory of this music? Guitarist Owain Davies, audio engineer and guitarist Andy Wright, bassist Sean and drummer John, the latter two choosing to remain somewhat anonymous by keeping their last names a secret, formed Panchiko in 1997. The band's name originated from a misspelling of the Japanese game Pachinko. They decided to stick with the botched spelling. The band's musical journey would begin low-key, choosing to play cover songs in local pubs and competing in Battle of the Band competitions. The band would begin work on the Deathmetal EP between the years of 1999 and 2000, taking heavy inspiration from bands such as Radiohead and Super Furry Animals. Once the EP was completed, they would produce 30 copies on CD. They would share these copies amongst friends and families, as well as sending a few copies to reviewers and labels. Despite receiving interest from the independent label Fierce Panda, the band wouldn't receive the attention they were hoping for, and after recording a few songs for their Kicking Cars EP, would disband in 2002. The decision would be unanimous, as all the members would be going to various sixth forms at the time. Members Andy and Owain would continue to work in music. Andy continued to work in mixing and mastering, whereas Owain would continue to work on music before settling into education. Sean would go on to be a tree surgeon. In the 15 years after the group's dissolution, Deathmetal would be largely forgotten about, remaining tucked away in dusty cupboards. Owain would briefly mention in an interview how he would find the CD by chance in his house every couple of years. The nostalgia would be combined with a sigh of relief that the project never made itself online. Very ironic. We will never know how the CD actually ended up in the charity shop. My guess is an original owner got rid of a batch of old CDs which just happened to contain Deathmetal. The date was 5th of December 2021. 400 eager Panchiko fans crowded outside a venue in Nottingham, many of which weren't even alive when the band was originally formed. The winter frost contrasted with the warmth of eagerness. Fans were ready to get a first glimpse of the mysterious band. Once everyone was inside, the venue exploded with noise as the band first steps on the stage. They would open with the title track Deathmetal. The band were accompanied in their efforts by 400 singing fans. After the gig, the band members were shocked at the passion the fans had for their music. They originally expected people to be intrigued, but they were shocked when they were met with fans sporting Panchiko tattoos and fans who had travelled over 400 miles to see the band. Since then, the band has played another show in London and are currently embarking on a tour of the United States. And although current releases just include songs recorded between 1997 and 2002, the band has showed interest in releasing new material. I think the rise and prominence of Panchiko really emphasises the importance and weight songwriting has on a project's enjoyment, and though it's hard to argue that the mystery and the story behind the band doesn't add to their success overall, none of it would have happened if the music didn't connect with people. The fact that music shrouded in disc rock caused fuzz and distortion connected with a group of people so strongly that they would embark on a 4-year search really speaks numbers of what the band were able to do in those 2 short years. Thanks very much for watching, guys, I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. Also, leaving a like or a comment really helps the video in the algorithm, so it will help me a lot. Let me know if you'd like me to continue making kind of mysterious music themed videos. I'm thinking of turning it into a series if this video does well. I'm going to try and release a video at least every kind of 2 weeks, maybe a little bit further. I just need to kind of figure out the kinks, but there should be more videos out